The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Go Cowboys! This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now your hosts, Barry Church, Hek'ma Harrison, Demontre Moore, and Newy Scruggs.
All right, baby, let's ride. Go time right here on the Players Lounge. Let's bring it to you, everybody. Bring it to you. Live from the Star in Frisco SWBC Podcast Center. We've got a full house today. Hek'ma Harrison in the building.
Better believe it.
The college graduate from Texas A&M, Trey Moore,
Yes,
in the building. Special
go.
guest joining us, Cowboy royalty.
Yes, sir.
He is Anthony Dorsett, son of the legend, one of my heroes growing up, Tony Dorsett, in the building. Man, we appreciate you.
Thank you for having me, man. I can't hear nothing right now. I ain't getting no.
Turn my headphones up.
I ain't live
Yeah.
nowhere yet. Give me.
Where my snare? Where's my snare?
live.
They should
My bad.
turn my headphones up.
All right, so we'll work on that. I'm Newy Scruggs. This show is brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming. Now, before we dive into the schedule, because we have the schedule, we'll look into it. Man, this is real simple.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about a man who's graduated from Texas A&M University.
Yes, he did.
Man,
Yes, he did.
But you know, this is huge. Education is huge, man. I'm a big proponent of it, man. You went to the league, you played ball, you came back, you finished and got your degree. Talk to me about the experience. I always tell people it's one of the top 10 experiences in your life, but you tell me what it ranked for you.
No, it definitely is. After playing 12 years, going to the Super Bowl, winning a Grey Cup, like all that fails in comparison to getting that degree. Like to actually walk back on campus, see how like the times have changed, how difficult it is, and you know, we all been athletes at one point in time to where you just want to put yourself in that competitive environment. So to go back there, actually see the nuances of technology, and kind of realize I had to call my goddaughter to help me out with certain things to like, hey, log in right here on lockdown browser and stuff like that. So
Right
to do that work, it was gratifying. And then to know that like I kept my promise to my mom and my godmother. I told them when I was fortunate enough to be able to leave and get drafted early with the opportunity that I would come back and get the degree. And so to see their faces, to see my kids go on campus and be like, hold on, daddy was something like, see my name on the side of the stadium. That right there was magical within itself. And so now I can officially say I'm a part of that alumni base. I didn't just go play football there. I was a student athlete. I wasn't an athlete student. So
Yeah, it's
now
great pictures,
I'm proud
man.
of myself.
We see your pictures.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
mommy,
man, that's
Jo-
awesome.
Jovi, my kids and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
man, I appreciate
Oh, that's
that,
good
man.
stuff.
Congratulations.
Y'all about to make me cry up here watching.
Oh, dude, hey, man, it's special, man. It's special, and we can talk all day long
Yeah.
to our children about school,
Right.
but when you've done it,
Yeah.
it's a different thing. And for you, they saw you doing it. That's the special part.
Yes. That
is.
They saw you do it. They saw this is what daddy's doing. So I'm sure there were some days when dad was struggling and had to get
Man.
paid, and they saw that.
I'm telling you, it's funny because my teacher, shout out to Jason Smith, he actually laughed because there was a couple times that I was taking the test and I'm like, hey, Sienna, I tell my daughter to go sit in the room real quick, or I'm sitting over here before she started school. She stayed with me a month. So literally I'm over here trying to teach her how to potty train and, you know, do this. So it was a lot of adversity that came into play, but what they say, we got it done. So it don't matter. Like Drake said, better late than never, but never late is better. So
And
we
you
made it
got
happen.
it, and you got your Aggie ring. That's another big thing right there, getting the Aggie class ring. So congratulations. So tell us what the degree's in.
Bachelor of Art and Science in Agricultural Leadership and Development, and a minor in Communication. So trying to step up, man, to get the pen, the paper, to be like you, man. I want to be the next great award winner, man, in this journalism game, like you, Hek'ma, man. Hey, I'm out here with greatness right now. What they say, surround yourself with greatness.
All right, man. Hey, congratulations, man.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations. All right, Anthony Dorsett, tell us, man. I mean, you watched your dad in the league. You played in the league. What are you doing these days, man? Now we got you here on the Players Lounge.
Man, so I'm basically a full-time dad more so than anything right now. I got a 10-year-old son. My son's name is Hawk. He's 10 years old. He's in his last week of school. He'll be in the 5th grade next year. And staying busy with that, you know, ever since my dad was actually diagnosed with CTE, I've been involved with hemp at some capacity, something with CBD or anything dealing with that side of the medicine part of the game. And just enjoying my time being a dad right now and doing some things. I got some small investments, things that I do, but mostly this what we're doing right now has been one of my dreams. You know what I'm saying? To be on TV. I'm like you, bro. One of my favorite people before and outside of football was Ed Bradley. Like I always wanted to be like Ed Bradley. He used to be on 60 Minutes.
Yeah.
So
I know exactly. My
so,
grandma used to watch. So
hey man, I had the pleasure of meeting him before he passed away too. It was real cool. But outside of that, man, just like I said, Dewey, I'm Newy. I'm sorry. I'm having such a good time being a dad. Hawk is playing sports, and you know how that is, man. Once you get involved in it, it's nonstop.
Hey, man.
Man.
Nonstop.
You're right. Hek'ma's got a great story, man. So last year, Hek'ma calls games on TV. Last year, Hek'ma got to call his son's game, man.
Yeah.
What?
Imagine doing that.
Hey, were you biased? What? I was about to say, I know the answer, but
it was is Hawk already running the 4-2? Is it 4-2 around the house?
Yes,
sir.
So check it out.
That's what I want to know.
He's pretty athletic. He's pretty fast. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not one of those dads. I'm not trying to be overbearing on him as far as when it comes to sports.
Good luck.
Yeah, trust me, it's tough. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, yeah, he's very athletic. He's how can I say it? He's a typical 10-year-old. Yeah. Okay, like he loves his video games. All right, but he's highly competitive. Like I said, he's pretty fast too. He's definitely fast.
His name is Hawk.
Are you?
Yeah.
I was
Can't be slow.
His name is Hawk.
Hawk Dorset. You can't be slow.
He's
bro.
fast.
Yeah.
It's in the DNA.
Nowhere in the territory.
He's a tall kid too.
Hey man, I like that. So are you gaming with him?
Yeah, you know what, man? So
are you trying to step in that realm?
So check it out. I coach him. I coach his flag football team. I've been coaching flag football for the past 3 years.
Nice.
And we got a pretty awesome team.
Who's your team?
We play through the YMCA, so it's through NFL flag.
Okay.
The team is called the Ravens.
Okay.
And we've been together for the past 3 seasons. It's 2 springs and 1 fall so far. We've only lost 1 game every season.
Hey, I need you to come over there and challenge my team, Redbird Raiders, over there at Third.
Hey man, we wide open. We're ready to go anytime.
Oh, we gonna get
Trust
it
me.
there. That's what I love. It. See connection
It's an Olympic
right
sport. It is in 2028. It is an Olympic sport.
I know that's crazy.
In Los Angeles. So it's a flag. And then today, University of Texas Arlington announced that they're going to have a D1 women's flag football team.
Really?
That's
Salute
awesome.
to them, man.
That's awesome.
That is
Yeah. So
That's awesome.
so flag football, man, is
It's
getting
taking
bigger and
over.
bigger, and it's cool.
I hope we get represented better in the Olympics than the breakdancing.
man.
I hope we get represented better than that.
Drewski said, hands up.
Rooted, baby. Trip on the
Let's talk about misrepresented. Yeah. Now that was cold.
Let that go. Let's step in the schedule. It's
Let's get
scheduled.
there.
So, all right, I am going to reference back to a conversation we had about the Cowboys on NBC. So they're going to get something quick. One of the first 2 games, they're going to get something quick. And boy,
from around the way.
man, they didn't give them just a game. They gave the game.
The game, right out.
The game right off the top, September 4th at Philadelphia. Eagles raised their 2nd Super Bowl banner, and the Cowboys are coming to town. Vegas already has the Cowboys as a 7-point dog. How are we feeling about that, Joe?
No, I feel good. I feel good about it. I loved it when the schedule released, or they were laying those breadcrumbs earlier in the week. And so we got this game September the 4th. I mean, no better place to be for this team to be in Philadelphia, to watch that whole ceremony, and also play hey, man, upset alert. Right off the top, we up 20 off the plane. You know where I'm coming from. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. In Philly, no better place to be. Brian Schottenheimer right away is going to get an opportunity to put his team on display. What his offensive philosophy is going to be, we'll get a chance to see Eberflus's defense up against that Philadelphia offense. I mean, look, the preseason is going to tell you one story, but when you get to that game right there, it's all going to be, hey, the plate's going to be made.
So Anthony Trey, this goes back a couple of years. The Cowboys are playing Philly.
Man, you don't need to tell them what you doing.
Bring it back.
Chris Bean was here for it too.
Please tell me about this.
Cowboys are playing Philly, and Hek'ma, I don't know what happened. Hek'ma had a shot of hopium, and he said, man, the Cowboys, they're up 20 off the plane.
No, 20. He notified.
He said 20 off the plane.
He said they're going to be right this time. I was wondering, because, for the last few days, ever since this got announced.
It didn't happen.
Yeah.
It didn't happen. What happened?
It didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
What was the score?
We was down by 20 at halftime. That's what it was.
Say 20 up. I meant 20 down.
Yeah, it was down. It wasn't a game. It wasn't a game to have those high hopes in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So when I saw that the point spread was, Philly by 7, I'm like, so Cowboys down 7 off the plane.
That's exactly why you threw the breadcrumbs in there. I was wondering where it was.
It's a backstory.
I said, I knew it was a
It's a
backstory, and I'm glad that I got it here.
Yeah.
Because when he asked us how are we feeling, we didn't even get a chance to go for it. I'm excited. Bum, 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 bum.
And a bet was lost.
A bet was lost.
It
was.
So are you bringing it back?
Come on now, one Trey.
Well, okay.
I got to get my lick back.
Yeah, got to get your lick back. I like that.
Boy.
There's no lick back.
Yeah. That's just because you say it don't mean it's so.
It happened.
Yeah.
Hey man, but you remember you got to bet with your brain, not with your heart sometimes. So just
No, I get
Glasses
you.
off. It's
I
starting
get
to
let
get
you
hot in
know.
here.
I get you.
Hek'ma, when fans get on that hopium.
Oh,
How many? Here's a question. Here's the thing. Now,
Pookie over here.
when it comes down to Super Bowl teams, obviously Super Bowl teams the previous year, first games, always, great record. Okay, but this is a rivalry game. No matter how you place it, dice it. Philadelphia Cowboys, and I'm going with my quarterback. That's 9-4 versus Philadelphia. That's all. So when you say bet with your brain and not your heart, I mean I'm gonna tell you straight up, man. I hate the Eagles. Everybody that knows me, I hate them. I'm gonna take the Cowboys every time we play Philadelphia.
Okay.
Don't matter what kind of team they have.
All right.
Just know it. That's the way it is. Ad.
okay. Hey, I
My
feel
chair
you.
can't raise up right now, so I can talk to you the way I need to talk to you.
Raise
there
it
we
up,
go.
sit
There we
down,
go. There we
stand
go.
up, do what you got to do.
I'm back here. Now you said, what was your record? Your QB against the Eagles?
9-4.
9-4.
Yeah.
What is their record opening week though?
Who's Cowboys?
1-5.
Who's that?
1-5. I'll answer it for you. It was rhetorical, like you do your child.
Okay.
1-5. So you think that they're about to go in there? Now, don't get me wrong.
I just told you.
I get it. Rivalry game, NFC. We kicking it off right off of the back.
Right.
But do they deserve this? You said something that was key right there at the beginning. You said typically those teams have good records, great records that start out.
History.
We normally see the Super Bowl rematch.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Cowboys. I love who they are. I love that they're quote unquote America's team. Now, do they deserve the title America's team?
Yes.
But
We are. Go ahead.
But are you
Was
sitting
that
there-
another rhetorical?
Are you
Was
sit-
that another
are you-
Yeah,
rhetorical
yeah,
question?
most definitely.
Hey,
Most definitely.
Little jab in there. But I'm saying,
Going
are
rhetorical
we
over here.
seriously saying that this is the number one game that we want to see opening week coming right off of there? Being at
week
Cowboys.
week 2, you get Philly and Kansas City. So you got to wait
So-
7 days.
So you get away 7. So you saying
There you
that's
go.
what? So you basically saying that's what should have been first.
No. I'm basically saying the game that should have been first is the Dallas Cowboys at Philly for that game. That's the game you make. You want ratings? You go for that. That's the game you want.
You don't think KC and Philly is ratings?
Yeah. No, I think the Dallas Cowboys
All
in
right.
Philadelphia week 1 is going to be crazy numbers.
Oh, yeah.
They've done this before. When Tampa, after they won the Super Bowl, Dallas had to go down there. It was the NBC first game of the year. I was there at that one, and that was when the kicker was terrible. Lost the game. They ended up losing like 31-20. And I was like, dude, make your kicks, and it's a different football game. But anyway, got rid.
Wait, but they lost?
Yeah, they lost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then it was such a good football game. NBC brought it back the next year. They brought it back. It was the first game of the year. They put it on Sunday Night Football the next year. So. Putting the Cowboys on NBC against Philadelphia, this is good ratings. The Cowboys, like we talked about too, the Cowboys are on NBC three times. I told you I was getting them 3.
Yeah.
That's the maximum you can go on NBC on Sunday Night Football 3 times. So they start off on Sunday Night Football. Well, it's Thursday, but so they started there. That's on NBC.
Mm-hmm.
They get a second game in September. So NBC dipping in hard on the
like it.
Cowboys. So they got September 28th at home against the Packers. And then their final NBC game is going to be in December against Minnesota. That's
It's cold in Minnesota.
I mean, it's going to be here. But it's going to be here. It's going to be here. Jerry World. But that's going to be interesting because you can start flexing in December.
you can.
Yeah.
You can start flexing.
You know, the one cool thing about this game being the first game of the season, this Philly Cowboy game, is, like we talk about, the preseason is one thing, all right? But you're going to get a true measure real early in the season of what this team is actually looking like in that competition, in that game right there. So that's going to be one benefit to that, outside of the hoopla going into it and everything else like that. But that measure of the team and seeing what you really look like that early in the season is going to be good for the Cowboys.
Let's get a break. When we come back, the Cowboys are playing on some major holidays. So I want to dive into this in terms of being a player. How is it to have to play on these holidays, and how do you handle it? Could that be a part of where this thing goes later on in the season for the Cowboys? Hek'ma Harrison, Trey Moore, Anthony Dorsett. I'm Newy Scruggs. This is the Players Lounge, brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming on DallasCowboys.com.
Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Kyle Yeomans here, sharing that same team that brought you Buffalo, bringing NFL casino games that show America's team on and off the reels. Aristocrat is changing the game with a new experience. Football fans, this means you can pick your team and play your team. Check out the Cowboys-themed casino games developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
Dallas Cowboys Game Day is brought to you by Captain Morgan, the official spiced rum of the NFL. The NFL season is full of legendary tales on and off the field. And when you follow the captain within you, stories become stuff of legends. So gather your crew and visit followthecaptain.com to begin your adventure. Please drink responsibly. Captain Morgan Original Spiced Rum, 35% alcohol by volume. Captain Morgan Rum Company, New York, New York.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
Raising Cane's presents the other rules of football. Rule 1, any broadcast without the express edition of cook-to-order Cane's chicken fingers is prohibited. Rule 12, no crinkle-cut fries, Texas toast, or craveable Cane sauce constitutes an illegal formation. And Rule 31, anybody who loves to feed their game face is an eligible receiver of Cane's. When it comes to winning game day, Cane's rules. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love. Go Cowboys.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Cowboy Nation, the 2025 Dallas Cowboys schedule is officially here, and limited tickets are available now. Get ready to bring the noise as you watch your Cowboys live at AT&T Stadium when they host the NFC East rivals, Eagles, Blue Eagles, Giants, and Commanders, plus the Packers, Chiefs, Chargers, Vikings, and Cardinals. Visit DallasCowboys.com/tickets or SeatGeek.com, the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hek'ma Harrison, appreciate it. Got Trey Moore, college graduate, A&M freshly minute, got his Aggie ring here in the house. Anthony Dorsett, Cowboy royalty. His dad was Tony Dorsett. He's here with us. I am merely Newy Scruggs. By the way, that Tampa Bay game that the Cowboys played against Tom Brady, opened up on NBC was maybe 3 years ago. Anyway, $26 million, according to Chris Bean. That was why the next year they brought that same matchup back, but they played it at Jerry World. That's when Dak had hurt his thumb in that first game of the year. So, but yes, so putting the Cowboys on TV. You know why they're America's team? Because they watch. Whether you like it, like Rick Flair used to say, whether you like it or not, is the best thing going today. Because TV networks are wanting them. Cowboys have 4 Thursday games.
They do.
Boom!
Like,
They always
like
on
he
TV.
said
man.
in bowling, it does not matter. You like
I
it,
don't
love
know
it.
if we've ever seen a team have 4 Thursday games in a season. So they start September 4th, Thursday at Philadelphia. By the way, I'm going to go to that game. Hek'ma, let me know what kind of tasty cake you want, and I'll bring it from the city.
Yeah,
Okay?
you get your own tasty cake.
Okay.
What you get an opportunity to do is get your own tasty
Hey,
cake.
yo.
Yeah.
So let me know.
Yeah.
But go get you your own. Go ahead and look online now. Tastykake.com.
Can I get a Philly cheese?
I got a spot that I go to, man, called Delisandro's. It's a little small
worry.
shack, but
Don't
bro,
matter.
It's a line outside.
I'm gonna have to.
That's when you know it's right.
Right, man. It is. I mean, it's amazing, man. So that's the one thing. It ain't nowhere near where we stay. We go out the way to go to this.
I was about to say, you going to the boonies for it? You know it got to be the best.
It's good. It is good. So Thursday, September 4th. Then you come down here and you start looking at another Thursday game they got. Thanksgiving Day game against the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes.
The Turkey Day.
Then after that, the next week they play Thursday again at Detroit.
Oh yeah, circle that one.
Okay, so they play two play. That's three
wait for
playoff teams. Two of them went to the Super Bowl, and then Christmas Day against the Commanders, another playoff team. So Anthony, I'm going to ask you right out of the gate here. You seeing the Cowboys are playing Christmas Day, Thanksgiving Day, and Christmas Day is in DC. As a player, how do guys handle being family man playing ball on holidays like this?
Man, it's like you try to keep as much normalcy as possible because the main thing is football. So during that time, you keep the main thing the main thing. You hope, that you got some family, mom, wife, girlfriend, whoever that's going to be helping with the meals and organize stuff and everything else like that. But as a player, we got to keep the game face on all the time. So, it just happens to be, we'll spend a little bit less time with the family during that time. And we'll celebrate and do everything else like that. But nah, man, you got to keep the main thing the main thing. The focus is going to be on those football games. It don't matter when they fall. It just happens to be on Christmas Day or Thanksgiving or whatever the case may be.
So Thanksgiving Day is here. Christmas Day is at the Commanders. So that's on Christmas Day. But you got to go up on the 24th. So it's Christmas Eve.
So hopefully, some teams who have done this in the past, you hear about them letting some of the family members actually travel with them, or they'll do something together as a team, family unit at the facility, open gifts together and do things like that before they leave. But regardless of when it is, that time of year, football season is stressful. Getting gifts, preparing meals is stressful. So now you just actually end up sharing a little bit more with the family as far as when you start delegating, hey, you got to do this week, you got to do that, and everything else like that. But no, the games are going to be the games. It's important to stay focused on football.
Trey, handle it.
Yeah, I agree with them exactly. Football first, what got you there. As far as the games being home game, I think it's a little bit different when it's a home and away game. Having a home game, it's like, hey, it is the holiday, but we all know football brings the holiday around. Like every time you're there, what are you about to do? You're about to eat with your family, you're about to talk, and you're about to turn that on. So to know that you're going to be sitting there watching and it's a home game, you get a little bit of extra juice. If you come home with that dub, you don't come home with that dub, it's a little bit different. You might mess around and spoil the holidays, but it's always celebrated. And the great organizations, that's the biggest difference. The Cowboys, they're one. Seattle, a lot of organizations that time, they do a lot of things leading up to it. They let your family travel with you, or they do the events in the upcoming weeks. And so that's your time to get that atmosphere in. But for me, when I was a player, I relished in those moments because guess what? Not only is my family watching, but everybody's watching me. And this is the chance that I get to put on not only for my family, but also for the team on National Day when you got a national audience. So a lot of players' names are going to be made on that National Day, and a lot of players' names are going to become memes. So it's just about which one you're going to be. Focus in on that, and then after you get done, when you're in the building, you're in the building. When you're at home, you're at home. You're going to enjoy that day. Some days it's a day late or 2 days late.
All right, Hek'ma, can we come to your house for Christmas, man?
No, but I will tell you this.
Wow,
that was swift. Because you won't be here. Here's the deal. This is an organization that is used to playing in these primetime games, playing on holidays, and used to that quick turnaround. So this is just another means to an end for the Cowboys. And so all these primetime games that you look at here, whether it's NBC, whether it's the Prime, Netflix, whatever it is, the Cowboys are used to playing in those primetime slots. And I don't see – it's just business as usual around here. We don't get bent out of shape like other teams get bent out of shape about the primetime schedule.
So Thanksgiving, it's a norm. You come here Thanksgiving Day. It's going to be the afternoon 3:00 game. It's the Christmas thing on the road that I always find interesting because you got to leave on Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve, you gotta do that. And so back to your point, that is an advantage. Like Pete Carroll used to talk about this like in his meetings before coming up, like, hey, we play in these primetime games. We're used to doing this and doing that and handling adversity. And for guys like teams that aren't used to playing in those primetime games, what are they doing? They're sitting there complaining like, man, I'd rather be at home, especially later on in the season if you're not playing for anything and stuff like that. It's like, I'd rather be here with my family than doing that versus somebody that's like shoot, we do this. This has been us for the
It's
last
the
few
norm.
years.
Right.
We're not used to celebrating Christmas this day, so it becomes an advantage if you use it the right way. With the Cowboys doing that, if they come in there ready to go for that and playing off somebody else slow foot, it can help.
The NFL just bullied poor NBA on out the way.
Well, that was
They said, get up out of here.
that was gonna be my next question. Like, okay, so Christmas Day is shared with the NBA, right?
Yeah.
Like there's
And they got smacked last year.
They was.
What they say?
used to
Laker.
share.
They had the Laker, and I'm a LeBron fan. For them to do the King like that, they didn't have to do him like that.
Okay.
Ratings.
Stay in your lane.
It's Lucas' team now.
I mean,
Yeah, stay in your lane. And that's,
Hey, watch out.
And the
Cooper
NFL has
Flag.
figured out how to hog all of that. I mean, not only the biggest sports organization in the world, it's found a way to bump everybody out.
He hit him with Friday.
even with the lottery, it doesn't matter. You can do your lottery. We'll start laying the breadcrumbs for these games on the same day.
Right.
You know? We'll take over the
we're gonna take
narrative.
the shine regardless.
Right.
All the
We're gonna take it regardless.
I mean, and so this
All
is
the
just,
hog mom.
and the thing is, it's just the game is expanding right now. 17 games. Just wait till they expand to 18 because it's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming. And then when you expand to 18, that's where like all of these other sports leagues, they have to really start pushing a lot of their activities out of the way.
I prefer the 18-game league. I'm just saying. I hate playing preseason games.
Wow.
Bro,
you
why
are
would-
one of the only
That's fine. I'm
players
sorry.
that I've ever heard
I know,
say
and
that.
I'm gonna stand on that. Like, don't waste. Like, don't have me out here dry firing my gun. Like, if I got these bullets and I'm killing it, like, I understand both sides of it. Like, you get a chance to make the team, and for those guys that are in preseason, that helps. But for as a player, like the guy that's going to be the guy, don't have me going out here wasting my reps.
inner Barry Church is saying hell no.
That's fine. Yeah, Barry
because
is saying
Barry
hell
was an
no.
undrafted
But me-
free agent that relied on preseason
Right,
to make
right.
the squad.
And that's why I'm not so gun ho on it. But when
Yeah.
they do it, I'm gonna be the one few players that's like, get ready, like it's
Yeah,
live bullets.
no doubt.
Like, I don't believe in all this.
It's hard to get ready for a game and say, okay, you gonna get a series.
Like, what?
You know, I
There you
mean,
go.
You like, Coach, why'd you even do
yeah.
that? Like,
Why
you
we
put it out
dressing?
there.
I'm gonna get a series, and I'm sitting over here and I'm watching the rest of the time. And true, indeed, it's beneficial to help out the other young players or people trying to make the roster. But the same thing, I'm just like him. Like, you ready to go into a game? You gotta get your mindset to play a game, not to play 4 or 5, 6 plays.
then let
And
me ask
don't
you
mess
this.
around and get an injury.
Let me ask you
Right.
this too. Then when it comes down to if you do go 18 games, an additional bye week, you automatically go for an additional bye week.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would.
you got to.
Oh yeah,
got
put the bye week in there. Give them enough rest so you can have that ample amount of opportunity. But let's be real. People they check in the preseason. You see this and that, but then you get like after the first game, it's like, ooh, football's back. But those next 3 to 4 games, you're not paying attention to the 4th game when you actually are seeing your starters play. Like now, if you're a player and you're a fan of the game, you're
Gotcha.
gonna check in. You're gonna have the aunties doing that. But come on, bro.
If you want
Like,
18
don't do
games,
that.
I think you've got to increase the game day roster.
You got to. I think so.
You just got 18 games. We're already seeing quarterbacks now falling down on 17.
Yes.
I mean, you just the amount of bodies you need.
Yeah.
You add 2 extra. I mean, that's a lot on a body.
I never got that. Like
And
with
talking
the
to
whole
players.
act of, I'm sorry, not to cut you off.
No.
But I never got that. Like with the whole dressing out thing, like, oh, only 56 can dress out right now. We got 65-man roster. Like, you're telling me those extra guys that's going to be standing there in their jersey and stuff can't have this on? Like, oh, we get injured, now we got to play behind the horse. Like, that's dumb. Like, we're all getting paid. Like, yes, you're going to get a little bit more if you're active, but like, bruh, stop that. Like, let the whole roster be open. So, yes, when you move the season to the 18 game, I think you should expand the roster as well for health injuries wise.
Well, that's
That's
what
a good call.
union. That's what that's what you guys as players have to stand up and say, look, if you want these concessions, this besides more money, we need these other things here.
Throw that in there.
Exactly, and that's how you get more money. You get another game in there for the guys that these contracts are going up. Like, so it's going to be a little give and take and pull. And so, like you said, to go back to the union, who do you have running it for you? Do you have some business people that just came in here, or do we have player elected people that have the best interest? Because the thing about it is a lot of these players are former players that go in there, but then eventually you start to lose sight of what really mattered to you when you were on the field. Like, are you really fighting for these holiday games if that's really important? Are we really fighting to have fully guaranteed contracts and stuff like that? Like, what are you arguing for behind those doors? And when you argue these things, it's always going to be give and take. And so
Well, I mean,
don't get me started on that. We
Yeah.
can have a whole show about that.
I mean, let's be clear about it. We go in 18 games not because of football is getting bad or they need to have more games. The whole 18 games is about money to begin with.
Exactly.
Period. So, so you definitely need to increase, like we've seen, we've gotten better contracts over the years. The CBA has changed, and this TV money has done a lot for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, just like you said, everybody who is active should be able to start dressing. Exactly. Because you're going to need those bodies with 18 games without question.
You do everything else. You go through training camp. You go through the same meetings. You go through preparation. You're there for the night meetings. Some of those teams require practice players to stay in the hotel and do all this, and you go through everything just not to dress. Like, that is, in a sense, is disrespectful to me.
Right.
Like, if we all have to go through this grind, why can't we all just put on our helmet? We don't all have to get paid the same and stuff like that, but at least have access, because you never know. Like you said, in those games, like, if it keeps going the way it goes and we do an 18-game season, you're going to be looking at a situation like the Mavericks was this year when you had all the injuries and you were just pulling guys out saying next week come here, versus already having your bullets in the chamber right here. Just have them right there. Just be prepared.
And they don't even, like, you mentioned the practice squad dudes. We just talking about active roster. Like, I mean, at that point, for active for that game, you know what I'm saying? So, like, even if it is not just the practice squad dudes, but everybody who's actually active that week.
Yeah,
period should be.
And I'm not going to say the whole practice squad needs to dress out, because if you're on practice squad, but I'm talking about the other 10 people that are on the active roster, but they just say, hey, give me your helmet.
You're inactive today.
Yeah, you're inactive today. Those are the players that I feel like you should still.
But you have,
and it gives you a little bit of a nuance where you hiding stuff, like for people saying who's going to play and who's not, as far as when it comes to injury report. Now that you have a deeper roster, like, you might be able to pull something out the back. For a Cleveland Browns situation, you got all 5 quarterbacks on that roster.
Yeah.
You might be able to come in there and throw something around. So it's a whole different stuff that you can get through with it.
But you got 32 teams doing the same juggling act. So
exactly,
it's the fairness. It's not lopsided. And I've seen during the pandemic, you start to see those changes with the practice squad and who you can have active, guys that you can have there. So I mean, I think it all boils down to what you said. It's going to be money that's going to get this decided. The union, all those guys can talk about the injuries, CTE. They can talk about all those things. But at the end of the day, it's going to come down to the money, the profit sharing amongst the players, all of that. I don't ever think that there's going to be guaranteed contracts in the NFL. I just don't. Man, and
it's
fully
already
guaranteed.
It's already happened.
I'm saying fully guaranteed.
Everybody know.
Fully guaranteed. And it's just the injuries and everything else that comes with it. You're seeing it right now in Cleveland, what they're dealing with Deshaun Watson and his situation. There are teams that just really, from an ownership standpoint, that will find a way for the owners to come back and veto that and flip that. If it ever is said that players would have 100% guaranteed contracts.
I don't think I'm going to argue on that to say that it's not necessarily the ownership. Obviously, everybody don't want to give that away, but I think the thing that's really going to keep players away from getting fully guaranteed contract is so many people. You think about the NBA, MLB, and all that stuff. They don't have as many people. You have 65 men on the roster, and you got a guy, you might tell him to come in here, and he's making 10, 20 million and stuff like that. He can afford to hold out for a year or two, but then you're telling the guy that is barely on the roster and he doesn't have this going.
I think that all 65 men that sacrifice their body playing football should deserve guaranteed. So let me say that right now.
They separate people.
But it comes down to NBA and NFL, it's the injury aspect of it that will stop the owners from guaranteeing contracts.
I think it's both. I think it's the numbers as well. To guarantee 65 guys contracts fully, you're going out on a limb. But I agree with you too as well.
We about to go doing a whole nother show.
Just did. We just did.
Whole nother show
get
here.
deep now.
Let's get a break in here. I wrote down just an initial quick win-loss. So I'll just give you my numbers here on this schedule here. So we'll do that next. Right here on the Players Lounge, brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming on DallasCowboys.com.
How do you tell the world about all the great gifts in the Yeti store? Let her rip, Troy.
All right, folks, let's get started with the Yeti French Press. Enjoy coffee that stays hot for hours in a French press. 34 ounce for you, 6'4" for the cruise. The Yeti French Press. Up next, waterproof bags. Bags waterproof. Submersible waterproof doubles. Waterproof bags. World's mostly water, so get a waterproof Yeti bag. Do I smell something cooking? Oh, new cast iron skillets made to be passed down like Mama's recipes. Take a steak, cornbread, cobbler's pot pie, and potatoes next level with 3 sizes of Yeti cast iron skillets.
Gear, gifts, and product experts. Visit the Yeti store on McKinney Street and at South Lake Town Square today.
Life is a workout, and Smoothie King is here to help you power through. Whether you're maxing out overhead presses, pushing through chest flies, or being the hero your golden retriever needs to carry them over that scary bridge, Smoothie King has the fuel to help you go all out. Build muscle and boost your recovery with 45 grams of protein, 0 grams of added sugar, and delicious customizable ingredients in the Gladiator Smoothie. Available in chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. Only at Smoothie King.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the Playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
Hey Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle.
Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys to get started.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Get excited for the most dazzling DCC experience yet. Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders on Tour is coming to a theater near you. Witness live performances, enjoy an on-stage Q&A session, and even be a part of a live audition. If you're in Dallas, San Antonio, Austin, Midland, or El Paso, mark your calendar. For dates and tickets, visit DallasCowboysCheerleaders.com/tours.
Hek'ma Harrison, appreciate you in the Players Lounge, brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming. The schedule is out. We're talking about with Hek'ma Harrison, former Cowboy Trey Moore. We got former NFL player Anthony Dorsett, Tony Dorsett's son. I am merely Newy Scruggs right up in here. Schedule is out.
You act like
all right. Schedule's out. Hek'ma?
Now you go. No, don't come over here. You stay over there.
I got 7.
Keep that same energy. Don't do that. Don't come over here.
I got 7 and a possible.
7 and
okay.
I got 7.
I was just about to say, if we playing spades, I got 6.
That's what you got. See,
I got 6 and 2 strong possibles.
So here's my possible.
I might be too optimistic.
So my possible out here is the Giants game at the end. Because the second game on the road.
That's mine.
Is it beneficial for you to win it or not?
Exactly.
You know? So I got 7 in the possible, guys. So it could be 8 wins. Could be 8 wins. Right now I'm sitting at 7, but I'm right here. You know, I may push it to 8 right now.
I'm sitting at 9. All right, and my 9 came with that Giants game at the end. I gave him that. All right, so but I'm seeing. And it's really 8 with a possible 1. Okay, so let's look at it like that.
So you got 8 in the possible.
Yeah,
so
we possible is
I tell you, y'all some
I'm from the South.
Why you play cards with these fellas? They like
we possible.
They talking across the table.
Is that healthy? Is that healthy?
I mean, possible.
Come on,
Trey, what you hitting with, man?
Man, I'm gonna tell you right now. I got 6 and I got a strong possible and a weak possible. My last 2 possible is that Giants game on the road at the end, depending on what's on the line, who's playing. That's what makes me a little worried, but I think Giants going to have a bounce-back season. And then that Chargers team, that just it just scared me. Like, I think that's that dangerous game. It's the end of the year, and there's always a loss before they come back and play a division rival to where the Cowboys are trying to get their shake back. So right now, I got you 6 strong wins. I do got them beating KC on Thanksgiving Day, and that's going to be the one where people, when they win, everybody going to be like, oh, Super Bowl this, Super Bowl that. Dak is heating up, and they
are beating Philly in the first week.
I got them actually beating Philly in the first week. I think it's going to be.
Wait a minute, what?
I do.
What just happened?
I never said who I was going to win. I never said that. I just said I think they're going to split with Philly this year. And with Philly, I think Philly is going to need to build that momentum. Dallas is going to do what they do. They're going to come out. It's going to be a great game, the first game, and people are going to be like, oh, it's Super Bowl year. We're going down here. Nobody knows what's going on with a brand-new offensive scheme with Shoddy coming in there. Eberflus is about to bring that juice and that energy, having the defense flying with all the weapons.
Okay, so
6 and 11.
So what do you got?
I got 6 and possibly at best 8 if they beat the
bottom line, no playoffs.
6-2.
So 3 of us, no playoffs. Hek'ma, what you got?
So before you get to this whole playoff deal, I'm going to say I'm with you, Anthony. I'm going 9-8. Okay, I don't even see a possible on going 10. All right, don't write nothing down. Don't write anything down.
No.
Don't write anything down. Just don't write anything down. No.
I'm looking at my own.
Okay, all right. 9-8. And the key word for me is 7. 7. 7th seed. That's all you need.
Okay.
All right. 7th seed. 9-8. 9-8.
7 off the plane.
9-8 will get you to the 7th seed. And that's where, yes, I believe so. You go back over the last, 3-4 years, the 9-8 got you the 7th seed. If you go back to Philadelphia back in 2022, I think it was Green Bay. I can't forget the team that's in between there, but I know it was Philadelphia one year and Green Bay. We know Green Bay because they beat us here at home as the 7th seed. So 7th seed is what I got my eyes on.
I just need to see where the 9 games.
Don't worry about it, man. We'll put it together. We got a long way. We got a long way to go. We got a long way to go.
Like I said, let me get through training camp. Imagination.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's 9-8.
I like that. I mean,
9-8.
I'm not mad.
Got to get there.
I just don't.
7th seed is what we need. That would be a successful season to me.
You think so?
Definitely. First year, new head coach, transition going on. That'll definitely be a successful season.
Vegas has got them at about 7.5 right now in terms of wins right now. It's got the Cowboys at overall. So this is fun. It's initial, long way to go. Still more roster building to take place.
Exactly.
OTAs have to get done here. So a lot of football to go. We start to see more and more about what Brian Schottenheimer is going to bring here. That third game of the year is going to be really interesting. September 21st when Matt Eberflus, former Bears head coach, heads back up to Chicago for that. So we'll the next Players Lounge will come in here. We'll dive into this thing even more. But initially, that's what we got.
Newy, before we leave, I need to ask you two, who impressed y'all in rookie camp? Just real quick. You ain't got to give us a long drawn out, but y'all two right now. Y'all are the fat guys. Who impressed y'all?
Booker. I'm gonna go with my right guard.
He impressed you during rookie minicamp?
Yeah. Nobody impresses me literally during rookie minicamp.
That's fine, but I mean, there's something where you like, hey, I think we've seen something.
Here's 2 things, and it's really not on the. It was the people having personal conversations with Donovan Ezeraku. That young man gets it. You already knew Booker from his but Ezeraku gets it.
Okay,
gets it. And then looking and talking to Shavon Ravel, but also looking at his size. You're like, oh, that's
which one is that one?
That's the corner from East Carolina.
Oh.
Like he tall.
The one that Barry like.
Yeah. I'm like you look he's got the measurables, and so if he can come around here, it'd be good. But yeah, good kid from North Carolina. Ezeraku, man,
I just wanted to see if you was gonna give me a dark horse. I knew he was gonna go with the top wig.
Ezeraku. Yes.
Shout out to 1911. Shout out to 1911.
All right. Appreciate you. Yeah. Trey, congratulations on the graduation again.
Noob.
Anthony Dorsett, please return.
For sure.
Please pull back up, Mr. Smooth guy.
I don't even know. You find out so many things about a guy when the microphone's cut off. I don't even know. You know what I mean? Love this guy. He walked in, I loved him, and then all of a sudden, something happened. I don't know.
Philly thing.
I don't know.
Well,
he want to taste.
I don't know.
He want to taste the cake. He gonna take the taste of cake. I'm Newy Scruggs for Chris Beam. Appreciate you checking us out here. This show is by Aristocrat Game. We'll talk to you next week.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!